we are live. Welcome to Cab Crew Wednesday. Your host of the night is Thomas Grassi and Jane from Dundas Junction. We're going to call this the MIA show because the lead guy is MIA. I think I talked to Daryl today. He is tied up with his mother right now.
Yeah.
So I doubt he'll be popping in, but he's busy right now. We've all been through that. Because who we got in here? I know we had Floyd. Welcome, Floyd. Hey, Ronald, Wigwag, Hot Dog Pilot Andy. He's still awake. It's 1 o'clock in the morning in the UK right now. And
Hello, Andy.
I saw John Skilco River Valley is in the chat.
Yep. Hi, John.
Now the cookie went to Mark M&M Rails. Mike Curley is here. Floyd Robbins, welcome, guys. Brian Ferguson, welcome. And who else I saw in here earlier? Now, Starway Sky Productions, welcome. Now, one thing we're going to do, I promise, Heath is going live at 9 o'clock. So we're gonna drop out at 9, and everybody's gonna go over there and make sure that says that the MIA crew told us to come over. And
hey, John Benicki, how you doing?
See what kind of trouble he can get into. Papa John Trains, welcome. Papa John was live earlier, and he caught a pretty cool mixed manifest train today too. It's pretty neat. Hey, Papa John, welcome. Yeah, I saw the one. Hey, Mr. Dwight. And so I haven't done much to the layout. I need track. I got my heart monitor installed on me this morning, so I'm wearing that for 14 days so they can evaluate what's going on with me, I guess. And what are you working on, Mr. Thomas?
I'm 3D printing like crazy.
Like crazy. Are you doing it for yourself or some other people?
No, well, I finally got the tank for Sparky made.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I got to make 20 of these for him.
20?
Yeah, that's what he wants, 20.
You going to mail them to him, or is he going to pick them up?
Well, he's coming down this way to that meet and greet.
Yes.
Today, and hopefully I can have him done by then.
Oh, okay. Then you can meet up with him there?
Yeah, I can meet up with him, and then let's give them to him. Then he can take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
See John Benecki's in the chat. Welcome, John. Our good buddy Wigwag's always here.
Yeah.
I don't know how Andy does it, but it's 1 o'clock in the UK, and he's still awake.
Yep, he always comes in late.
Ronald?
5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours. Or is it 6 hours now? Maybe it's 6 hours. Maybe it's 2 o'clock.
I look at my phone. I know exactly. Okay, Floyd, just watch your video.
Yeah, I saw that.
Awesome Possum, welcome. And hey, Wesley, welcome.
Go get him, JD.
But yeah, so Mikey is still working night shift, so more likely Monday's live will be on my channel again because he got informed last night that he has to work another week on nights.
Well, he said sometime in May he was going to be done, didn't he?
Yeah, but he thought he'd be done sooner.
Yeah. Well,
sooner got later.
yeah. Well,
yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Welcome, Grandpa. Yeah, he's got to do what he's got to do, I guess.
Hey, Ronald, how you doing?
Miss those days, I tell you.
No.
Oh. We miss Mike. Well, we say Mike 3 times, he may appear. We can try. But he was in our chat earlier today. He got informed about the new changes. But he's working like 14 days on, 1 day off kind of stuff, and 12-hour days.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Might be good money.
What we should do? Keep
What's
it
that?
on the tracks.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll get
I
him
don't
there.
think he's found the tracks right now. Well, he works near trains, so he does see the trains, I guess, but he's not doing much work on his layout, I tell you.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah, when you're working that kind of shift, you can't really do much afterwards.
No, you can't.
It's tough.
It is.
Yeah, I worked the midnight shift before, and that's not easy.
Well, I never had to work midnight shift. I had to work around the clock for service. Because when industry broke down, I had to work.
Yeah, I know. Well, when computers broke down, I had a one Labor Day weekend. I was in there from the beginning of the weekend, so it was a 4-day weekend. I never got out.
That's right, Ron. You're retired too. But with the hospitals now, they're depending on so much on technology. Like an
Right.
IT guy in a hospital, they're going full tilt because everything they do is they scan. Hey, Tammy, wait, welcome. They're scanning everything.
Hey, Tammy.
They have a scanner. Everybody they bring in the meds. They got a scanner. They scan the computer to access the cabinet to open it all up. The security guard comes in on his check. There's a dot on the wall. He's got a scan for his rounds.
Right.
Every time you do something with a patient, they scan your wristband. It's all
barcode. Everything's barcode.
No writing. They're trying to get rid of the writing technology. Too much, not enough time.
People are going to forget how to write.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can't type on the keyboard here, so I'm really in trouble.
Yeah, well, one finger at a time works. Just don't.
Yeah, I know, but they get sloppy, especially on a tablet.
Some people can't.
Yeah.
That's all.
But
see, I took 2 years of typing in high school. That's how I got here. Yeah. Well, I was the only guy in the typing class. There was all girls in there.
I took tech.
Yeah.
I was in electrical. In fact, when I came out of grade 12, I was the top electrical student. That's what I worked on. But I got into the service side of things. I didn't want to get into the wiring of houses, and I wanted to fix things. So we fixed motors. Anything from a quarter horsepower up to 55,000 horsepower. I was at my retired employer last week, and he was working on a traction motor out of the steel mill.
Yeah.
But you can't buy the motors no more for those things.
Right.
No typing here. Hey, Ray, welcome. No, they don't make them. They don't exist. Right. And they're all DC.
Yeah, that's right. Can't get parts.
Well, that's good, Tammy Ray. If Ray wants to come up and be a guest, just let us know. Hey, Willow Creek Industrial Spirit, welcome.
That's good.
That's good. I'm glad. I like kids like
Creek. How you doing?
It makes my day go better when I hear how good these Ray does. Because it was forward.
Oh yeah. I watch their videos and I see how happy he is on the video.
Oh, yeah, it's like a pig in dirt. You can't get any more of it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good to see somebody happy.
And that's right. And our friend Andy is still awake.
Yep.
You want to come on the screen, Andy? You see your eyes closing? And so that's what I've been working on. just puttering around here. I'm gonna pick up. I have some reward points at the hobby store, and they'll allow me to get my track for free. So I was pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah.
Well, a box of track is $50 Canadian. So I'm using the Walters track. It's $51 for a box of 5.
Flex track you talking about?
Yeah, the Walters version.
Yeah.
Walters track is probably the highest track out there, next to Atlas, then Pico.
Yeah.
I'm using the Atlas sections. I was showing Jerry last week.
Small sections for the turnouts you showed.
Right. And I removed the center
Walters
of the
don't make that kind of size.
What's that? No, they do not.
No, that's a surprise.
No, they don't yet. And I saw the feeders to the bottom of the rail in the center of every 2-inch piece.
Yeah.
So they came out pretty. For that, it helped me adjust the yard precisely where I wanted it.
Right.
If I try cutting the track, I'm not going to be, every piece is going to be different.
Yeah. That's the Atlas accessories.
Yes, that's right.
Box. Right? You get different sizes, right?
Yeah, you can buy, I think it's inch. You can buy a mixture pack that has inch and a quarter, inch and a half, and 2-inch in it.
2 inches.
Yeah.
And then they have 3-inch pieces and 2.5-inch pieces.
Right. And I see you can buy the some sizes, buy them themselves. Like 2 inches, I bought the 2 inches by themselves.
Right. Yeah, they come in handy sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's very handy.
Yeah, I use them a lot.
Yeah. So
you can make them with the flex track, but I don't like doing that because it's too small. You cut it, and then the ties break off and everything. And I'll just buy the stuff that's already made.
Okay, Ray is in the chat now, so that's Ray chatting right now. So everybody say hi to Ray.
Hello, Ray.
Hey, Ray, welcome to the chat. Go wild, young man. Type away. But yeah, so I spaced the track. So I have 4 yard tracks, and I guess I don't know what you're gonna call it, but I created a crossover into another line that I'm going to use for parking locomotives on. So I haven't decided how I'm going to separate that yet, but I know the yard is going to be. I've isolated the yard from the main bus, and I'll have a separate bus for the yard.
That's good.
And I was split up. I have 2 tracks on each side of this one track going into service buildings. Hey, Mike HO Trains, welcome. And I'm going to cut those off with a switch, and I'll park locomotives in those buildings. So
how many turnouts you have in your yard?
1, 2, 3, 5 turnouts into the yard.
That's okay. Good. Because that's why you want to have that separated.
That's right.
Yeah, because
after the last turnout, I have another turnout going the opposite way. It's like a crossover, really. It crosses over to another track, and that's going to feed. One's going to feed the machine shop on one side, and the other one's going to feed the engine shed.
Hello, Barbara.
Hey, Barbara, welcome. Barbara Duke. I worked at Duke Electric for 18 years. Hey, Eric, welcome. Just lurking. That's okay. We got hidden vision. We can see you lurking. We learned that from Sparky. But yeah, so on one side, I'll divide it into another track to feed the engine shed for 2 tracks. And I'll have another track that I can feed parallel to the engine shed to give me another track into Hey, Steve 87, welcome. Speaking of Steve 87, he posted a video today or the other day what he's been working on. So check it out. I saw that. It was pretty interesting what he's been playing with on his layout because he's a busy guy working too. Hey, Daz Falker, welcome.
Hey, Daz.
And so it's hard to show on in a camera, but I could take the other camera and I could move it down toward the yard. See if I can see things. And I've been putting feeders on it between every turnout, and feeders and 2 feeders minimum per yard track. And I'm soldering all the track too in the middle anyhow. Let me change this camera here.
See, you know where I put the feeders in my yard?
Where's that?
At the very end, because they all came to about the same location. And I just did it all there. That way it was all close to where
I decided to put them up vertical. It's kind of crap by the thing, but I'm going because I don't know. But I noticed that the diverging track on the number 5 Walters turnout have a slight curve.
Right.
So I'm thinking about soldering the first section of track to that end, and then I can control the kink. That's all I'm trying to do today. I noticed that on the other side because it's not finished, and I had a bit of a curve, and I didn't solder the track right away because I've not finished that section, and I noticed that the track's got a slight kink at the curve. So I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah.
But I solder my curves. I solder the track first. Then I cut the rail heads off the plastic so that the joiner can slide along the track. And I actually offset the joiner, and it makes a really nice curve.
Yeah.
So that's my track. So I put a feeder on every section of between every turnout, and every yard track is going to have minimum 2 feeders, 4 feeders. 2 each end has a feeder.
Right.
And there's no power to this track yard at all.
Right. You didn't run the bus line there yet, did you?
No, I haven't up there. In fact, I'll take it down here. I'll show you. I isolated the track already down here.
Right. Just put insulator joiners on it, right?
I did.
Yeah, good.
I did. Right by the pin, by the ground throw there.
Yep, I can see it. Yep.
And so I used copper wire, or not copper wire, it's called bronze wire,
right,
to make the connection for the ground throws.
Right.
I got this idea from Leo from South Down switching layout. So it works pretty good. It's 40 thou phosphorus bronze wire.
Right.
I had a sample here. I'll show you that. Here it is. So there's you can see that. I just this is long, but that's what's feeding my ground throwers. It's 40 thou bronze phosphor wire.
Right.
And I didn't like the plastic pieces because they fit in the top of the ground throw and they always wanted to pop up. So these go underneath it. They ain't coming out. Let's take the turnout out.
So did you glue that onto that little pad, that ground throw, or is it?
No. I just stuck there temporary. I have one track nail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make some wooden pads, and I'm gonna pre-drill it and nail it in. No, it's not glued at all. Now, basically, I can tell I haven't finished it. They say to center the switch with spacers 100% and leave the ground to vertical, then spike it in, and then activate it. It's working pretty good. This is one spike, but it's moving pretty good. If you can see that.
I use ground throws on a turnout when I'm setting it up. Then I take it out and put the motor on it.
Yeah, well, I'm not putting motors on the yard. If I do, my plan was to use those MP1 switch machines that he's using.
Yeah.
But I haven't decided if I want to get all those involved here yet. But that was the plan in the future. But I like the idea of working the yard because I want to be able to work it. So I figure I'll use ground throws. Because I can stand in front of this track with my throttle in my hand and work the ground throws.
Right.
So my main line access is all switches, but not the yards can be me operating it. But this track right there, you see that back track, that is just over 12 feet long. The one you see where my finger is?
Yeah.
That's the first track. That's 12 feet. That's 4 sections of track plus a 6-inch piece. So they drop down. So it's 12, 10, 8, 6, and 4.
Okay.
And I have, this is the track there for the locomotive track, I call it.
Uh-huh.
And that's gonna give me almost 20 feet of track, so I can fill it with locomotives. I still might put a track in the middle of that, so I can take off some of them and have an extra parking zone for locomotives.
Right.
So we'll see. I have lots of turnout, not to worry about that. I was short one turnout, and I got that, but I have lots of others. I have lots of spares.
Right. Hey, Randall, how you doing?
Hey, Randall, buddy. Hey. So that's where I is on the yard anyway. Put this back to the other camera now.
Yeah, so then you said once you get the yard done, you're going to go back to the bridge, right?
Right. I want to, I have to take the bridge apart. Right now it's just temporary secured.
Right.
And I want to take it out and do all the ballast underneath the bridge and do all that kind of stuff. And then I'll put the bridge back in and be done. Except for there's eventually going to be a third track going in there. But that's feeding the other side of the room. I'm thinking of redesigning the lift for that side. And I'm thinking of see if I can put a loop over there. Instead of having a staging track, I'll do a loop. Hey, Tim, welcome.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah, Tim, I'm trying to store everything I can. What doesn't fit in the track, I may get rid of. But I have enough space in my workshop that I can put in a 24-inch radius loop. If I could do a little bit bigger, I would. So that's where it is.
Oh, you've come a long way so far, James.
Oh, it's not bad. I started this layout in theory 2 years ago this June.
Yeah.
I bought the house. I tore apart.
It's got to be Mike.
It's a clock. I hit somehow the clock. Somehow I hit the timer. Yeah, so I started we sold the house in, I guess, April of 2022.
Right.
tore the old layout apart, moved, and doing pretty good. I got
And he just started the bench work not too long ago, right? What's that
about
long?
it was last summer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I have to look at the photographs. There's timestamp there. First moderator implement. What's PSR stand for, Tim? Implement PSR. I don't know what PSR stands for, I tell you.
Pennsylvania System Railroad.
But see, I don't have an error whatsoever. I just run trains. What I
Right.
run is I collect and try and set up trains.
Right.
Precision scheduling railroad. Oh, okay. I'm not precision. And I scheduled no.
Yeah. Precision
But
schedule.
I'm working on trains and run trains.
Right.
I have the New York Central passenger train that I have because I have a picture of it. The E8 locomotive that ran it that came into Hamilton back in the I guess between the 60s and between 1960 and 1970, maybe four. That's exactly when the picture was done. That's when we had a roundhouse. We used to have a roundhouse in the west end of Hamilton.
Yeah.
CP took it out. Well, thinking around the railroad, CN and CP are thinking of going on strike.
Really?
Yeah, they announced in the news today. Okay, CP can't KS and CN think of going on strike. Yeah.
Prices are high now. Imagine if they do that.
Well, the head executive for CP Rail, he took home $4.5 million
Bonus.
bonus, we want to call it. That's right. That's where it was, Floyd. It's all gone now. I think there's some remnants of it, but the actual turntable they tore it out. Yeah, it's $4.5 million. That's probably in American dollars too. Well, that's good, Tim. I never been there, Floyd. I wish I did. I remember when I worked in the downtown in a motor shop. We used to have tracks along Ferguson Avenue, and the train used to come through there. But there's still tracks down by where I worked at Duke Electric, and they're the old THB spur line that runs into the steel area. Like my American Spirit passenger car shipped New Brunswick today. But I'm working on a BNSF heritage train. So I'm collecting mostly box cars and hoppers and that are made for all the railroads that became part of BNSF. The only one that is a questionable one is Colorado and Southern. I do have a box car for them, but technically they were narrow gauge locomotive. Hey, Canadian the locomotive logistics, welcome. So that's the only oddball that came part of the Burlington Northern Santa Fe. And I do have decals to make my own cars. So the plan is to make a couple more. Because the odds of seeing him in a new production are really skim. Because they're not as popular as the other players.
Right.
But I wish they would. But I'm not the guy telling what you to build.
Exactly.
I'm just the collector.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it. But I do have. I bought it off eBay, a kit, a refrigerator kit for Colorado Southern. Probably my best dealer on eBay from the States only cost me $8 and about $18 to ship it.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good for eBay in the States, I'll tell you. But, it's up here somewhere, but where it is I put now, I don't know. But I gotta clean it up and put together.
Right.
Yeah. James, I got a question. What's your question? It's Darren, right? Yeah. Well, I'm not familiar about the locomotive stuff. I just know trying to find pictures of the rolling stock. Mostly what I found were reefers, and they were all narrow gauge. And I just want some rolling stock to run behind because I'm gonna use my scale tray locomotive. I have an ES44 AC and an ET44 C4. But mine when looking for Colorado Southern stuff, I only found pictures of narrow gauge reefer cars. I have one here. It's not where it is right now. I don't know. But I do have one. Somewhere.
I thought you had two of them, James.
No, I'm gonna make two. I'm gonna buy two brand new reefers and redecal them to suit Colorado Southern. But I only have the one I bought as it's an old blue box kit. It is back. It's the framework for his die cast. Believe it or not.
Hey George, how you doing?
I don't know where I put it. I moved this from here. I've been juggling things around a lot, making room for other projects. But yes, it is an old blue box kit, and it is the framework is die cast aluminum. And it's a little tiny reefer car. I wonder if I put the box there. I showed it on a live one time. Because since then I've been moving things around. I gotta be careful too, because I'm wired for sound too. I have the heart monitor on for 14 days. So it's attached to me like glue. Hey, FL Real Dog George, welcome. Yeah, so that's where I'm working on the layout anyhow. I have two kits to build over the summer. Yeah, Ronald, it's quite possible. I didn't lose it. I misplaced things. It's like I moved it. I moved things around and I forget where I put it. How's that? As Mike always says, I have a shopping store here. But I do have stuff. I do have it. That's for sure.
Hello, Robin. How you doing?
Hey, Derek, welcome.
Hey, Derek. How you doing?
Our good buddy, Derek. So, yeah. But now I should have my yard, and my plan is I'm going to assemble the entire yard completely, track everything before I even spike it down, and then I'm going to mark the cork so I can pre-drill the holes for all the feeders.
Right.
And I'll feed them all down underneath it. And I bought a bunch of 3M copies of suitcase connectors. Well, they wanted $33 for 50 of the 3M version. I paid $13 Canadian for the Chinese clone. Well, Tim, if that's maybe great, but I searched on looking for copies of boxcars like that. If you found me a picture of one, I appreciate it because I want to make one like that. But I couldn't. All I found was reefers narrow gauge. So if you find a picture of some of the 300 standard gauge boxcars, Mr. Tim, please send them to me and I'll use that for example. But it needs to be the round logo though. That's what I have for decals. So actually it's on my locomotive. It's black with white lettering. Hey, Robin Gagnon. If a Rapido rotary beacon will fit a details with beacon casting. Good question. Not sure, Robin.
You can answer that.
I'll put it up there. He's got a rotary beacon for Rapido. He wants to put it into a Details West casting. I don't know. How much is to buy the Details West casting? And who stocks it? When you go to the store and check it out directly. But yeah. Coming around summer, one wind. Okay, Darren, we'll be here waiting. We won't run away.
Yeah, we never run away.
We never run away.
Mom, make tunnel and steel.
Okay. I thought you were going to make a tunnel cake, Ray. That's more, then we can eat the cake and think about the tunnel. Come on.
Hey,
Kate.
Thomas. How you doing? Split Rock.
Oh, hey, Thomas. Welcome to the Cab Through Wednesday. This is the replacement crew. Well, half replacement. Tom's regular. But the real guy is MIA.
Yeah, Mr. Mike.
I don't know where you can buy a beacon. The only ones I ever seen him on a beacon is on Athearn. I'm not sure how good it is to buy stuff out of Athearn purse. Atlas, you can do good, and Walters yet, but I don't know about Athearn. I never tried. But if parts are available for Atlas, I can get Atlas easier than any other dealers. I was trying to find out too. Walters makes an undecorated 40-foot boxcar. I was trying to find out if the boxcar door was loose, but there's no information on their website. I want to build a boxcar painted for Heath. for his car he's done. You seen Joe Rader's car he did, Thomas?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was nice.
He used a blue box car, and the door in those blue boxes are loose, so it makes better for painting.
So they slide open, is what you're saying.
Right, but I'm gonna close it up. It makes it easier to paint it. Right.
Most box cars today are made. The doors are just molded onto the side, and then you can't open them, which I find disappointing.
Okay. Tim sent me
I like the doors to open.
Well, I don't mind opening them up, but way Heath designed the box car, if you open it up, you're gonna hide his logo.
Right.
So I want to paint the car to look like the way he's planned it.
Right.
So I got the paint ordered. I ordered the paint. It's in stock. And hey, ACHB Railway, welcome.
I can't believe Andy's still awake.
Yeah, I know. He maybe got coffee pumped into him right in the arm, you know.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's a late bird, you know.
Well, I told him to take a nap in between, because Papa John was live around supper hour.
Yeah.
And so I told him take a nap for a bit. Because Bernard was live at 7.
Right.
And
don't you go to church on Wednesday?
What's that?
I thought you went to church on Wednesdays.
I did. I have a prayer group at 7:00.
7 o'clock.
So I'm not, but yeah, we were back home before 8.
Okay, good.
I had everything all set up today. I was all ready to go. I left the computer on. I just got to come pull a few switches.
Right.
Rock and roll. Even got a train running. Oh boy! And there's Trackside Mike. Hey, we made it.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, there's our MIA guy.
See that keeping on the tracks. Must have alerted him.
Yeah. There he is. Let's see, the banner is TSM is still MIA. Yeah.
There you go. How you doing, Mikey?
But,
keeping your eyes awake, open?
Now, I did see Windsor Rails posted a video today, the short one, but he caught a locomotive, the Heritage Unit, CP KCS, coming out of the tunnel from Windsor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's still around, Tammy. He didn't run away yet. This some employer wants him to work more. I'm good. Yeah, he's good, all right. There he is. May 1st, yeah. He should be done next week.
May Day.
So I'll be doing the Monday again. Let's see if I can commandeer a volunteer to come on board. But yeah.
Oh, so you got to send me an email there, James.
It's already in the cards, buddy. Yeah, that's right, Ray. It's MIA. I usually used to chat with him all the time, but we hadn't chatted much for about 4 weeks. And that boy's been working.
Wednesday or Tuesday.
Next week. So not to worry about cab crew next week because he's not doing it. But who's doing cab crew next Wednesday?
It's either Artie or Daryl.
More likely Artie, because Daryl said he's busy with his mother right now.
Yeah, I don't know. And Artie's always busy too with stuff going on in his life too, so I don't know.
It could be us maybe again. Let's
Could
see.
be.
Could be. As long as you don't mind starting late, because I have depends where we are, where we're having it. We're also we have a cousin of ours who is fighting cancer really bad. Yeah, Tim. Look, thank you very much. I know I can paint the car any color I want. I just have to have the suit the decals that I have. Yeah, she's in her 40s. She's got 2 twin boys, and she has uncurable cancer. It's very bad. You don't know.
You know, there's 5 Wednesdays in this month too.
This in May too.
May, yeah, May has 5 Wednesdays.
Well, this is the first Wednesday here.
Right, and the 29th is the last.
Okay, well,
I'm on the 22nd, and I don't know who's going to be on the 8th and the 15th.
I don't know. See what Daryl wants to do.
Yeah, see what he wants to do.
If he needs us to come on board, we can probably pop in.
Yeah, not a big deal. Whatever, always here to help out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we don't mind helping out. So my cousin is in the hospital right now. Unknown. They started a GoFundMe page because.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Randall was going to do one. Randall's going to do one of them weeks.
What for? For what reason?
One of the cab crew weeks.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that'll work out.
Yeah, I'll give another one. So
Mike has a question for you, James.
Okay. Where is the question?
Next to the last.
Oh, there he is. Trackside, I'm working on the yard. I need to go to the hobby store and pick up more track. I ran out of track for the yard. But I have 2 main lines running. I'm running trains. That's as far as I got. I painted the cork is all down for the yard. I painted the cork. But I haven't done much more on the yard because I was taking I had to spend 2 days in the hospital, and I've been just taking it easy. Hey, Chief Broken Brain, welcome. I sorry I missed you. But I think I'm making good progress. I'm not in a hurry.
You got to take your time. That's all.
That's right. But I plan to get the yard completely built, get it all laid out where I want it, all the track, and then I'll mark the cork and pre-drill the holes for the feeders, and I'll start dropping all the feeders in, and then start repositioning the track. I want to try and get it straight. What's funny?
Andy's comment. He just put in, sorry, my coffee IV came out.
Oh, sorry. I had one of those in this arm here, Andy. I lift these up and put them down. So that's the plan. So I'm going to mark everything, raise it all, pump them all down. And then I bought some string, and I'm going to put a string line across to try and keep the yard track fairly straight because it's 12 feet long. And I'll spike it in, but nothing glued. Okay, Ronald, thanks for popping in. But I'm only going to solder the inner 3 tracks because they're the only 3 that's affected by this upward curve on the track.
Ronald.
This on the diversion track, it looks like it's got a slight curve, maybe 1 degree but it's not. Doesn't look like straight track come out of the curve. So I'm going to solder that section to help control the curve. I don't want to kink it. But I'm making progress. and so I'm hoping to use the. I had a track in my garage, my shed. I'm hoping to try and incorporate those curves into the loop on the other side. So instead of having a staging track, I'm going to put a loop. So I do have a bypass track off the main line, and I can send trains to that track either as a staging track or as a loop that come back into the layout. It just adds more track distance. So that's something I'll work on that over the summer and the fall. No rush. I'm gonna build the two kits this summer. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta get track of the time because I told Heath we would kick right over to his show at 9:00.
Right. Have a good one, Mike.
Yeah, sir. You have a good one. So my cousin, I forget the fancy name for it, but it is a very aggressive cancer. She's on her third round of chemo. It keeps coming back. You can't get rid of it. It is, it's large, and of course, you're afraid once it gets a certain point, it's going to start squishing internal organs, and then it's
it spreads, right?
Oh yeah, and she has two twin boys. They're 4.5 years old.
How old?
4.5.
4.5. Wow.
Yeah. So the family is doing their best to try and keep Weather company and keep her best they can, but we don't know.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is. But we have a GoFundMe page to help her. Yeah, it's troublesome, John. And then while they're in the hospital, of course, what happens? I go to the hospital by ambulance. I tell you, you talk about potholes, this ambulance found them all. Oh yeah. Hamilton has its potholes, but I have to tell you, the medical staff at the hospital, they're top notch. I don't care what anybody says, they're top notch.
I only was in an ambulance once.
Yeah, well, I almost went in 2 years ago before we moved. So my blood pressure went to the roof.
I was in the shower, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I doubled over, couldn't move. So I had my phone close by and I dialed 911.
I wonder if I can do that. Let me see. While you chat, I'm going to go into Messenger and grab that.
What are you grabbing?
A link to GoFundMe page.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I called 911. Then the ambulance was coming, but the front door was locked. I was living in an apartment at the time. I couldn't, so I had to crawl to the door with no clothes on. Finally reached up enough to get to unlock the door, and then they came in, and I was laying on the floor with nothing on. And then they couldn't park the ambulance close to the building, and they had to wheel me up the street to get to the ambulance. And then they took me to the hospital, and I had a hernia. That's what it was.
I'm going to copy it.
Yeah, that was a few years back. But Yeah. Yeah, Derek. I wasn't no shampoo bottle.
Yeah, I can't see the copy it, Robin, to drop in, but I can post it. I can link it to you in Facebook. That's the only way I can do it.
Or you can share it. Can't you share it when you get into Facebook? You can share it with someone.
I don't have Facebook linked to StreamYard yet. I have to get paid. Well, I'm not a computer wizard.
No, I would just open up another browser session and go into Facebook.
Yeah. I'm afraid of losing things. And we're running out of time anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll link it in Facebook, Robin, and that way we can share it that way. Because almost time
Yeah,
are good.
yes, Andy. They're very painful. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Like somebody putting a knife in you. That's how painful.
Yeah. Well, this tumor my cousin's got, it is. She had it removed completely, 100% gone, and it grew back.
Wow.
It's massive. You think she was pregnant? That's how bad it is. It is. Yeah, I've had cancer too. I can try
Good
that.
night, John. Have a good one. Oh no, JD's leaving. I'm sorry. I thought John was leaving. Good night, JD.
Let's see if I'm not sure if you can find it, Derek. There is. I wish I could link it. Really hard. I wonder if I can.
James, what kind of browser do you use? Is it Google Chrome?
I'm using Google. Let me see. Hang on, man. I found a spot here. Copy. Let me. I'm gonna try something. Bear with me.
Sorry to hear that, John.
Okay, I think I got it there, Derek. I went to the GoFundMe page. Hey, thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah, John Schuylkill Valley got it. He's got
it. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so we're doing our best, but it is
uphill battle.
It is. It's very uphill. She started her third round of chemo. Third round. And this round here is 21 days between. Thanks, Robin. She really appreciate it. And any help, it can be help if we appreciate it. Because she's struggling financially really bad. But we donated money, the family, to help pay for a will. Because we don't know what's going to happen. That's how unsure things we're facing right now. I think we got it, Darren. I think we got it figured out that way.
Well, it's 8:59.
We're going to end it too because you got to go over to Heath's channel and tell him that Cab Crew told us to go to Heath. You got to put it in the comments. Cab Crew sent us. Okay. Make sure you bug Heath. I don't know what
Good
you
night, Andy. Have a good night now.
Everyone. Yeah, I'm surprised you're still vertical, Andy. But I want to appreciate everybody popping in tonight for the MIA show. It's been great, a lot of fun, and we'll go from there. And anybody who donated to the GoFundMe page, the family thanks you wholeheartedly. I live in Dundas, Ontario. I'm about 30 minutes from Sparky. Okay, guys. So remember, Heath, 9 o'clock. Bug him. Cab Crew sent you. Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.